Hey friends, I think we're on my third video for my potential March reads, I think. Okay, so March, I've mentioned, has a lot of great readathons and my favorite readathons of the year. We have middle grade March, which I did a video for, talking about books that I could read for the prompts. That's listed below, linked below. And then I just did a second video for the Irish Readathon. I did a second video for the Irish Readathon. I'll link that below. And as I mentioned in each video, these are not all books I'm going to read. They're all books I could read to meet the prompts for the readathons. Now, we also have other books that I need to read too. So let's see. The first thing I want to look at is what the Read Good Challenge is for March, and that is the Ides of March, 15 letters in the title. I'll have to let you know at the end of the month which one that is. I'm pretty sure I have some on my Irish Readathon TBR that are 15 letters. I just need to make sure to read one of those in March. So note to self, I'll do that. Emily at Novelle Novels is running a Bronte readathon, and I don't always get along with the Brontes. It's been a long time since I read Wuthering Heights, and I don't have my copy anymore, which means that I unhauled it, which kind of tells you what I thought of it. But I will say most of the Brontes stuff I either haven't read or was forced to read. Wuthering Heights, I'm looking at you. And when you're forced to read something, I feel like sometimes you have a different, I don't know, feeling about it. So I have really loved Anne Bronte. She's my Bronte. She's my girl. Agnes Grey is probably my favorite Bronte novel. So there's a potential I could reread that one. I also pulled a couple of Brontes that I haven't actually read all the way through. We've got Shirley from Charlotte Bronte, which I'm not sure how I feel about this one because I started to read Villette, which I actually read like, I want to say 100 pages of, and it was a 500-page book or more. I don't know. I ended up unhauling it because I DNF'd it and unhauled it. I just did not like it. So I'm not reaching for this really because, yeah. Written immediately after Jane Eyre, Shirley is a novel of wider sweep and scope. Its focus is less on individual men and women, although their stories add compulsive drama and tension, than on the individual perceived as close relation with the forces molding society. She sets it during the Napoleonic Wars, a period of bad harvest, Luddite riots, economic unrest, and the oppression of women in order to grapple with social and political issues. So maybe I'll try it. So my copy doesn't have a dust jacket, but confession, I hope Emily will still be my friend after I say this. I have not read Jane Eyre all the way through. I think I was supposed to for school, and I didn't finish it. I may have done the Spark Notes or something like that. So maybe I'll read Jane Eyre. who knows? I would like to read one of them. I may try them on audio, is kind of what I'm thinking. I also have a buddy read with Melinda at Web of Stories. This is Alice Hoffman's Here on Earth. I think what Melinda was telling me is this is a retelling of Wuthering Heights or Jane Eyre. I can't remember which one. Let's see. After 19 years in California, March Murray returns to the small Massachusetts town where she grew up. For all this time, March has been avoiding her own troubled history. But when she encounters Hollis, the boy she loves so desperately, the man who has never forgotten her, the past collides with the present as their reckless love is reignited. I mean, if you're talking about reckless love, I'm pretty sure that's Wuthering Heights, right? I don't know my Brontes well enough, but yeah, so I do like some of Alice Hoffman's books. Some of them are kind of weird, but I'm ready to try. I do like weird books, but Alice Hoffman sometimes takes it to a whole different level. Then for my intentional living book stack that I did set for myself for this year. I did not read Atomic Habits by James Clear in February. I think I've mentioned that I'm doing nonfiction reads for the BookTube prize, and so I've had a lot of nonfiction to read, so I did not get to this. I'm not sure I will in March, but I'm still putting it out there. In March, I have 3 more books to read for the BookTube prize. So this may or may not get read. I would like to read How to Fight Racism by Jamar Tisby, Courageous Christianity and the Journey Towards Racial Justice. I do have the audiobook for this, so if I finish the audiobooks for the BookTube prize books, I will probably listen to this one. So those are those books. And then I did read one of my goals. Let's start there. One of my goals for 2025, which I did in 2024, is to read a book of the month each month. And I did not read one in January. I DNF'd one in February, but that counts because it needs to get off my shelves. That's the goal, is to get through some of these book of the month books that I get. So I have them all in my little jar, big jar. I added the ones that I got in February. So we're only going to pick one this month. Maybe we'll pick 2 in April because we'll need to catch up. But I also know that Krista at Books and Jams and Amy at Amy's Bookish Life, they run a catch-up-a-thon every year. I'm not sure when they're going to do it this year, but that's focuses on book of the month, and you can catch up on your book of the month collection reading. So let's just pick one for this month. All right, so this one is The Future by Naomi Alderton. All right, so The Future by Naomi Alderman. This is science fiction, and I'm not sure if it's for me. I do like some science fiction, but this is about Martha, who fled her father's isolated compound in Oregon. She never expected to find herself working for a powerful social media mogul hell-bent on controlling everything. Now she's surrounded by mega rich companies designing private weather, predictive analytics, and covert weaponry while spouting technological prophecy. Martha may have left the cult, but in the apocalyptic warnings in her father's Fox and Rabbit sermon, once a parable to her, are starting to come true. How much future is actually left? I've read the first couple of pages of this when I first got it. When did this come out? 2023. And I like the writing style, so I am very interested to get to this. I have not read this author before, but I do have her other book, The Power, on my TBR. So cool. These are a good selection of books, I think. Adding to my already existing, there's a lot to pick from in March. So basically, I think what I'm gonna do is, I've got the ones I need to prioritize, but also mood read from the other stacks and stuff that I've showed you this week. I may have 2 book club books, but I don't know what they are yet. So definitely subscribe, and I will let you know what the book club books are probably on a Friday update video. Yeah, I think I might start doing just a Friday update video. I know this is Friday, and I'm telling you about more books I'm gonna read, but moving forward, unless it's like a specific readathon or I don't know, I'm gonna do an update video on Fridays. Just update what's going on, chronic illness wise, reading wise, life wise. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed. And thanks for being here. I'm looking forward to March. Reading is gonna be a lot of fun. No stress, lots of fun. And let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to in March. I will see you all very soon. Bye.